Fennek Recon Vehicle is one of the oldest reconnaissance vehicles still trusted by the Netherlands Army. Yet, in 2026, the Netherlands is investing hundreds of millions of euro to keep it in service, while many modern armies are racing toward drones and next-generation armored vehicles. That raises a simple question. Why would one of the most advanced members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization continue to rely on a vehicle that first entered Dutch service in 2003, after its original design work began in the late 1990s? The answer begins with a surprising fact. The Netherlands is not keeping the Fennek because it lacks modern equipment. Quite the opposite. The Dutch Army is rebuilding its heavy land forces with Leopard 2A8 main battle tanks, upgrading the CV9035NL infantry fighting vehicle fleet, and expanding its digital battlefield network. Yet the Fennek remains part of that same modernization effort. In December 2020, the Ministry of Defense awarded a modernization contract covering 322 Fennek vehicles. By May 2026, the official defense projects overview confirmed that the program budget had increased to approximately €564.8 million, with project funding extending into 2031. That decision becomes even more remarkable when you look at the battlefield itself. The war in Ukraine has demonstrated how quickly reconnaissance vehicles can become exposed to drones, precision artillery, and electronic warfare. Leading global defense analysts argue that any reconnaissance platform unable to detect threats early and share information instantly risks becoming vulnerable within minutes. On paper, that should have pushed an older reconnaissance vehicle like the Fennek toward retirement. Instead, the Netherlands chose a different path. Rather than replacing the vehicle outright, the Dutch military decided to transform it into a more capable battlefield sensor with upgraded observation systems, improved command and control functions, enhanced protection, and stronger integration across modern combat networks. The first production vehicles from the modernization program had already been delivered during 2022, proving that this was no longer a concept, but an active long-term investment. So, why has the Fennek remained valuable, while so many military technologies have changed around it? Before we go on, do you believe battlefield information has become more valuable than heavier armor? And tell me where you are watching from. If you enjoy in-depth defense analysis like this, please subscribe so you do not miss the next chapter. To understand why this vehicle has remained relevant, you first have to understand what it was actually built to do. Its original design dates back to the late 1990s, but it was never intended to win battles through superior firepower. It was designed to ensure that every other weapon on the battlefield could operate with better information. When the Netherlands and Germany jointly developed this reconnaissance platform, the priority was intelligence rather than armor. After entering Dutch service in 2003, the vehicle introduced an unusually low profile of only about 1.79 meters. Combined with a maximum road speed of more than 100 kilometers per hour and an operational range approaching 1,000 kilometers, it could move rapidly, remain concealed behind natural terrain, and continue operating for as long as 5 days without immediate logistical support. Those characteristics remain part of the official technical specifications published by KNDS. Its greatest advantage sits above the hull rather than inside it. The retractable observation mast allows the crew to observe from concealed positions while exposing only the sensor package, instead of the entire vehicle. Equipped with daylight optics, thermal imaging equipment, laser range finding capability, and precise navigation systems, the platform can identify and locate targets with the accuracy required for modern battlefield command networks. According to KNDS, the reconnaissance variant was specifically developed to provide precise target location data while supporting coordinated operations across land, air, and maritime forces. That capability becomes even more valuable inside the Dutch Army. A Leopard 2A8 cannot engage what it cannot detect. A CV9035NL cannot respond efficiently without reliable battlefield awareness. A PzH2000 artillery system delivers its greatest operational value only after receiving accurate target coordinates. In other words, this reconnaissance platform forms the first link in the battlefield information architecture that connects sensors to decision makers and ultimately to precision fire support. Its importance extends beyond the Netherlands itself. Since 2016, the Dutch 43rd Mechanized Brigade has operated within Germany's 1st Armored Division, creating one of the closest multinational military integrations inside the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. That means reconnaissance data collected by Dutch crews can directly support multinational formations operating under common operational procedures. In modern warfare, the force that understands the battlefield first often gains the greatest operational advantage long before the first shot is ever fired. If the original design explains why this platform became valuable, the modernization program explains why the Netherlands believes it can remain relevant in the years ahead. The objective is not to create a completely new reconnaissance vehicle. The objective is to preserve a proven battlefield concept while adapting it to a far more demanding operational environment. In December 2020, the Dutch Ministry of Defense awarded Cross Maffei Wegman, now part of KNDS, a contract to modernize 322 vehicles. The first production vehicles were delivered during 2022, marking the transition from planning to operational implementation. According to the Defense Project's overview published in May 2026, the modernization budget increased to approximately €564.8 million, and the project schedule now extends into 2031 after adjustments caused by industrial capacity constraints and global supply chain pressures. The official Dutch documentation identifies 7 major areas of improvement. These include protection, firepower, mobility, observation, command, training, and logistical support. That list reveals an important reality. This is not simply a vehicle receiving new equipment. It is an entire combat system being updated to operate inside a digital battlefield, where information moves as quickly as precision weapons. One visible improvement comes from enhanced observation capability. Rheinmetall received a contract valued at approximately €27 million to supply new LaZ 400 sighting systems for the Dutch fleet. At the same time, the modernization program introduces improved command and control architecture, allowing reconnaissance information to move faster across battlefield information networks and reach armored formations, artillery units, and headquarters with less delay. The project has also encountered significant challenges. The Defense Project's overview published in May 2026 explains that production timelines were extended because of 3 major factors. Continued support for Ukraine placed additional pressure on European industrial capacity. New production facilities required time to become operational. Global supply chains continued to experience shortages that affected defense manufacturing across Europe. These factors delayed delivery schedules, but they did not change the long-term strategic commitment of the Netherlands. The most important conclusion is that the Netherlands chose to invest in capability rather than appearance. On the surface, the vehicle may still resemble the platform first introduced in 2003. Beneath that familiar silhouette, however, it is steadily evolving into a modern battlefield information node designed to collect, process, and distribute reconnaissance data at a speed that earlier generations could never achieve. Even after its modernization, this reconnaissance platform is not without weaknesses. The battlefield has changed dramatically since it first entered Dutch service in 2003. The conflict in Ukraine has demonstrated that unmanned aerial systems, persistent surveillance, precision artillery, and electronic warfare have made every ground platform more exposed than at any time in recent decades. No reconnaissance vehicle can rely on camouflage alone to remain effective. That is exactly why the Dutch modernization program focuses on battlefield information rather than heavier armor. Official project documentation emphasizes improvements in observation, command and control, protection, and battlefield integration, instead of transforming the platform into a heavily armed combat vehicle. The objective is to reduce the time between detecting a target and delivering reliable information across the wider force. In modern military operations, the speed of decision is often more valuable than simply adding greater firepower. The platform also benefits from something that cannot be measured by technical specifications alone. It already belongs to an established operational ecosystem. Since 2016, the Dutch 43rd Mechanized Brigade has operated within Germany's 1st Armored Division, creating one of the closest multinational military integrations inside the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. That experience allows Dutch reconnaissance units to support combined operations where compatible communications, common procedures, and shared battlefield awareness are essential. Looking toward the future, recent operational assessments published by North Atlantic Treaty Organization member defense organizations and leading global defense analysts increasingly suggest that reconnaissance vehicles will continue evolving rather than disappearing. Instead of competing directly with unmanned aerial systems, they are expected to operate alongside them. On paper, future reconnaissance platforms will likely combine onboard sensors, secure digital communications, and unmanned systems into a single reconnaissance network. The Dutch modernization program reflects that broader direction without announcing a completely new replacement vehicle. Perhaps that is the most important lesson from this story. Military technology does not remain relevant simply because it is old or because it is new. It remains relevant because it continues solving a critical operational problem better than the available alternatives. In this case, the ability to detect first, understand first, and share information first remains one of the most valuable advantages on the modern battlefield. History has repeatedly shown that technology changes, but the value of superior battlefield awareness does not. So the real question is no longer whether this reconnaissance platform is old. The real question is whether any future system can deliver the same combination of mobility, battlefield awareness, and trusted multinational integration that has kept it in frontline service for more than 2 decades. What do you think will define the next generation of battlefield reconnaissance? Advanced unmanned systems, manned reconnaissance vehicles, or a combination of both?